Hey, what's going on? Dustin from Invest Media here. I want to share 3 quick tips. Now, I apologize, I am on a job, but I want to share 3 quick tips on how to start a successful business, the mindset, and what goes into it. If you appreciate this, hit the subscribe, like, the whole schmeal. Obviously, we want to get monetized. We want to get paid for this work. The first and probably most important thing is you need to be good with money, okay? The money that you make is not your money. It's the company's money. So, you may start having a $2,000 week, and that may feel like a lot of money. That money's not your money. Eventually, you'll start having $2,000 days, $4,000 days. It'll feel like you're rich. It'll feel really good, and you'll be thinking of all these things that you want to buy. You're not going to make it. You're not going to be successful with that mindset. The money that you make is not your money. The money you make is the company's money. And that money needs to be saved for rainy days, needs to be saved for reinvestment in order to grow the business. You should only take just the bare minimum in order to pay your bills, in order to survive. But that's really it. We're at a point where we're pretty profitable, and I'm still, if I see quarters in the thing, I'll take the quarters and put it in my little jug, because I know what it's like to not make money, and I know what it's like to make money, and I never want to go back to not having money. So that little piece always sticks with me. So the first and probably most important thing I would say is money management. You have to be good with money. If you're not good with money and you just spend it and you don't track it, and as soon as you get it goes, it's not going to happen for you. So that's the first thing you have to get under control. The second thing is obsession. You have to be obsessed with what you're doing. I would never recommend starting a business you're not passionate about. Now, for us, we do dirt work, trees. Am I truly passionate about it? I'm not truly passionate about it, but I do enjoy what I'm doing. I do enjoy the money we're making. So that's where I get my passion from. And it comes with an obsession. I can remember the first 3 years of this business. It's all I would talk about. My wife, oh, come on, will you stop it? I'm tired of hearing about it. Can we talk about something else? It's that obsession. It's that constant thought process. It's that constant tweaking of the plan that allowed us to get where we're at now. And we're still not there, but we're leaps and bounds of where we started. And it was because I was obsessed with the business. I was obsessed with the process, and I'm still obsessed. Right now, we're looking to buy a new truck. I'm constantly, is it going to be a single axle that can help with the wood and also the dirt work, or is it a triaxle so we can haul more rock and stone and haul heavy equipment? And I'm constantly playing with these things, and it's a constant thought process, and I'm asking for advice from individuals who know more than me, and that's where that obsession comes into play. It helps you attack your plan and constantly make tweaks that are necessary. And third and final, there's a saying in my neighborhood, I didn't grow up in the bed, kind of like a ghetto neighborhood. And there was a saying, kind of in this voice, that scared money don't make money, dog. And, that always stuck with me when people would say that, people who were doing their thing, because it's true. If you're not willing to take financial risks, if you're not willing to go all in multiple times, the individuals that started with nothing and are now millionaires and running $1 million businesses, that didn't just happen with if they didn't have a silver spoon. That happened through taking risks, going all in, and that's what we've done multiple times. I mean, I can think back to when I bought our dumpster roll-off truck to be able to rent the dumpsters out. I was driving back. I bought that all cash, and I was driving back with maybe a few $100s in my pocket. I mean, for one of those trucks, $100 in fuel is like a splash in the tank. It's virtually nothing. And luckily, the truck came with a full tank, and I had to pay my guy to help drive it back in those things. And that was a time when I was all in. Our log truck, I can remember, our log truck, I didn't even have all the money. I had to borrow a few $1,000s. That log truck changed my life. It changed my business. I went from, 2 to 4 days on $2,000 to $4,000 jobs to now we're packaging them up in a day, a half a day, maybe a day in the morning. it went from having to cut up logs, very tough on the body, throwing them in the back of the truck, to putting those logs on the ground, picking them up in the truck, have a nice day. Really changed the landscape. And those are just 2 times I could tell you where we really risked it. We really went in. I went in with all the cash I had. And those 2 instances really changed the landscape of our business. Just a quick recap. The money's not your money, okay? If you think it is, you're not going to make it. You know, right now I'm at the yard. We're going to be delivering some wood. This money's not my money. This money's going to go into this new truck, because I know this new truck is going to get us to the next level. Secondly, obsession. You have to be obsessed with the business. And there's time for family, and there's time for loved ones, and there's time for the children. But there's not much time for anything else. There's time for the business and constantly working and revising the business, and there's time for loved ones or family or friends. There's usually not time for all 3. There's not time to party with friends and give, friends who need a lot of attention a lot of time. There's not time for the family and giving the wife and or husband and kids their time, and then time for the business. Usually one of those will have to take a back seat. And third and finally is risk taking. If you're going to build something from nothing, kind of like we have, you really have to be able to take that risk. You really have to be able to go all in and say, but also we want to take coordinated risks. We don't just want to say, okay, throw it all in and see what happens. No, we really want to think about this. When I went in all on that log truck and I spent every dollar I had, it was a coordinated risk. I knew I was buying from a big company. I saw they had a mechanic on staff, so I knew the product was taken care of. I knew the maintenance was kept up on, or at least I hoped. So I had a good feeling. I knew the money they were getting for this was a drop in the hat for them. It wasn't a big deal. So I felt comfortable with those things, and that allowed me to take this coordinated risk. So that's all I have for you today, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Hit this like, subscribe, all that, so we can get paid on this, because ultimately this is a media channel about money. We want to make money, and we want you to make money. God bless.